Morning. It is morning time. We're getting up. We're making it happen. Things are going great because you know why? Because we actually woke up this morning. If you woke up and you can see it, then you understand that things are great. But listen, I want to touch a subject real quick because there was a question asked by a young lady this morning on Facebook that why do people speak on situations when they don't know the person, the situation, or the individuality that is going through it? I got a great thing for that because I was doing some research last night. I was in my word a little bit, and I began to understand something myself, and I wanted to share this if I can for a minute. So just hold on. Here we go. All right. So in what today's society we begin to look at is why people hate on us is what we call it haters. But these haters didn't just become; they were even spoke about in the Bible. See, one in particular was called Pharaoh, and see, I want to start using pharaohs because these people need to exist. They have a reason here. They have a reason to be here, to doing what they're doing. See, understand this. I'm going to show you how it's going to relate to one another. See, Pharaoh was a person who was a hater. And in that, he had to be who he was because God was getting ready to do something awesome. And it shows us down the future in our line that the pharaohs of today do some of the similar things. See, there was a situation when God was talking to Moses, and he was saying, Moses, listen here. Understand this. I need you to do a favor for me. I need you to go down in here. I need you and Aaron to go down, and I need you to talk to this guy Pharaoh. You know him. You've heard of him. Because he has my people. See, understand this. Pharaohs still exist today. See, pharaohs don't have, or haters don't have their own people. They need your people. That's why they sit around and talk and say little things that seem like they make sense. Because sometimes people don't educate themselves to an understanding of what and who you are. And sometimes when people can bring in and plant a seed in their head, sometimes it'll get people wound up and wondering, man, maybe it's right. Because see, Pharaoh's people know exactly who they are, so they can't keep people like them around them because they know there's snakes in the grass. So God says to Moses, go down here, but listen, understand this. When you go down and tell this guy, Pharaoh in Egypt, to let my people go, he's going to tell you no. He's going to say no. Because I'm telling you, okay? Moses looking like, okay, God, I hear you. But listen, this is what I want you to do. I want you to take this stick with you. Take this stick with you because with this stick there comes a power with it. You're going to lay this stick and it turns into a snake. All right? And then he's probably going to look at you again and say, I don't believe it. But after that, I want you to take this and I want you to touch that water. I want you to kill the fish and I want you to turn the water into blood. Because I want you to show him how great my power is. So Moses gets with Aaron and they go down there. And he says, hey, yo, Pharaoh, can I holler at you for a second, man? Let me tell you something. I got a message from God. See, sometimes these pharaohs, these haters, they get messages, they see things, but they don't always believe because their job is to hate on success, hate on progression. They do not like it. And sometimes the obvious word stands before them, which is success in the person in you, and they still don't like that. So he says, God tells me to tell you that let his people go so they can go worship him. That's what he wants you to do. Pharaoh looks like, do this fool know who I am? Dog, I'm Pharaoh. I'm hater. You don't come talk to me like that. He said, you know, God said you would say this stuff right here. Listen, all right, so you don't want to believe that. Here we go. But you know what haters do? After Moses took that stick and turned it into the snake, let me show you what haters do. Haters often imitate something they want to be a part of. So Moses calls this little magician down. This little magician go down there. He do his little powers because that's what pharaohs have to do. They have to try to imitate something. And it's not bad when people want to emulate something that comes before them, but it's bad because when your intentions is to pull down others in the midst of it, that's what these pharaohs have to do. They have to do that. So Moses is going through this next position and he strikes the water. All this happens, so the magician tries to do the same. And he did. Pharaoh says, you know what? I'm not worried about it. I'm not letting these people go because that's what I'm going to do. I'm Pharaoh and you can't do nothing about it. That's what haters are telling us in our life. When we decide to be successful in our life, haters say, in spite of your success, I need people to turn against you because two things are happening. Either I'm not a part of it or I'm not it. So I have to go out here and find a way to take down your credibility, destroy your character, assassinate what you stand for because I don't like what you are doing because I can't do it. But it's not that they can't do it. They just choose not to because instead of trying to mind their business and build their foundation, they rather take somebody else's. So Pharaoh walks back in the building and he's needless to see what God has had to him and what Moses has brought in his word. And he goes in there, he minds his business, and guess what happens after that? God demonstrates his ultimate power. Moses leads those people out of Egypt into freedom. And God does one of the most notorious things that we can see around this earth. And we can't even fathom when he makes that water open up and Moses takes those people to freedom. See, understand this. In the midst of what we're doing out here, pharaohs are going to be who they are, and they're going to do what they're going to do. But when God begins to work for us and open doors for us, there's nothing that Pharaoh can do to close it. They can follow us. They can run behind us. They can give chase. But ultimately, the door's going to close right on top of them, as you saw when that water began to come down and kill all those soldiers. So to everybody out there that's creating success around their life, I say to you that pharaohs are needed. These people are here to try to hinder our success, but it makes us appreciate the ability to cross over into the next level because we've overcame what they have done when they have sit out here and criticized our character, destroyed it, assassinated who we are, and tried to stump and tear down a solid foundation that was built by God. So don't worry about a pharaoh. You keep being an achiever because the best is yet to come. Remember what I said. Stay connected because what you are seeking is also seeking you. Pharaohs are here and they're going to be here. Allow them to motivate us to move forward. That's all I had to say today. Morning motivation. We out of here. I got to go be successful. Peace.